Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, we'll not waste time. We'll start. The topic today is regarding the food resources. So when we talk about this, your food resources, um, considering our country, let's hold on. If we consider our country, then in our country we have this two major seasons. Okay, two major seasons we have for this cultivation of crops. Okay, so what are these two seasons? One is called Kharif season. Okay, we have one called Kharif season. You must be familiar with. Then another one we have is your the Rabi season. Okay, so Kharif season, it starts from June and then it ends in October. Then Rabi, it starts from November and then it ends in April. Okay, so start this. We can say that Kharif is for like our monsoon season or your summer season. But then for Rabi crops, therefore your this winter season. So if we talk about Kharif season, some of the important crops, okay, that we have in the Kharif season, in Kharif season is we have paddy, then we have maize. It means your rice, okay, rice, dhan. What about in Rabi season? What crops will have? Yes. What crops can we have? Yes. What crops?
In Rabi season, sir, rice,
Rice is already done in your Kharif season.
paddy. Okay. Other vegetables like
Rabi season, I said it starts from November to April. So during November to April, what crops?
winter.
What do you see? What crops do you see? What what crops are mainly cultivated by farmers? I'm talking about our country.
In winter season.
Yes. When do you eat mustard?
Mustard.
When do you eat mustard? Mustard oil. You see that all those yellow mustard flowers. When do you see? When you travel, Insta Reels, or yeah. लेट्स से हाँ इंस्टा रील्स ही पकड़ लो, उसमें तो बहुत आते हैं ना अपडेट्स ये इन मास्टर की खेतों में. So वो अब आजकल नहीं दिख रहा है ना. When it will be your winter season, you will see lot of Insta reels. Okay, चलो master. Okay. And we have this what do you call it, wheat. Okay. Okay. So this season, two seasons are the main seasons of cultivation of crops. Okay. Now we'll go to the directly to the topic where we'll know about the various activities, okay, that are done or that is to be done for improvement in the yield of crops. Activities for improvement in crop yields. Okay. So the main activities, okay, it can be classified into three main points. Okay, so can be, let me just bring this in. Can be classified into into three major activities. So what are these activities? One, we have your crop variety improvement. So under this points also there will be some other sub points or subheadings. Crop variety improvement, then we have crop production improvement. And then we have crop protection management. Okay, so first we'll go for our crop variety improvement. Before I go there, let me just highlight the so we'll go for this crop variety improvement. Okay, no problem. We have our variety improvement. So under this we will consider only some points, okay, like the various methods that are available to us, okay, scientific methods for improvement of varieties. The improvement of varieties, main concern here is to improve the yield, okay, to improve the yield. So we'll have, it will involve points like improve yield, okay, improve yield. Then from improvement of yield, it will include development of crop varieties, okay, that are resistant to different type of diseases or resistance to different type of pests, fungi, etc. Okay, so resistant to diseases. Okay. Now how this kind of variety improvement is possible? It is possible with various methods that we have, like possible by various methods we have, like hybridization, okay, hybridization, hybridization, or you have your GM crops, genetically modified crops. Okay. Like we have a genetically modified tomatoes in the market that doesn't have seeds, genetically modified bananas, genetically modified mangoes. Then we have hybrids of various fruits and other vegetables where they give better yield faster, and their growth is faster, and then their fruiting time, or like they give fruits more early as considered to their normal varieties. Okay. So this was for our point of crop variety improvement. Then next we have our crop production management. So under production management, we will have subheadings. First is our point A. We have the first point is our nutrient management. Nutrient management. So we have, there was this classification you must have studied regarding the various nutrients, classification of various nutrients that are required by plants. So can anyone tell me anything regarding that? Yes. Yes, anyone? So under nutrients, okay, we will see like the air. We have air, water, and soil main. Okay. So what are the elements? What are the minerals? What are the essential compounds that are provided by air, water, and soil? We have air. Air we can get our carbon and oxygen. Carbon and oxygen. And from water we can get hydrogen and also oxygen. Now comes the main part, soil. Now when we talk about soil, okay, there are 16 elements, total 16 elements that are required by plants, and they obtain these elements from the soil. Now these 16 elements, they are grouped into two categories. The first category, okay, wait, let me write there. Okay, so the first category we call it as micronutrients. You must have heard about it. Micronutrients. Then we have our this macronutrients. Okay, micronutrients and macronutrients. So this is the micro and macro. They are total 16 of them are there. Okay, so total 16. So can anyone give me some examples? Yes. Of micronutrients and macronutrients, what elements are there?
For my
You must have, yes.
boron, zinc, so iron, copper, boron.
Okay. So you find out, okay, there this total 16 elements. Find out what are these total 16 elements, and which of them are micronutrients and which of them are macronutrients. You find it out and then you write it down. Okay. So this was regarding air, water, and soil. And next we are under the nutrient management heading. So we'll have what other nutrients we require: air, water, soil. Okay, फिर और क्या nutrient चाहिए? Next nutrient that we need is our manure. Okay, manure. So manure, okay, we can say it is of two types. Okay, two types. What are those two types? Your first type is compost or vermicompost. Compost or vermicompost. Then next we have is what we call as green manure. Okay, green manure. Now, so what is the difference between compost and your vermicompost? What is vermicompost? You must have heard
So
about this vermicompost.
yes, sir. This is obtained from worm, I
Obtained from worm.
think.
Not exactly obtained from
Yes.
worm. Yes, you're right to some extent. So then what is the difference between this compost and vermicompost? See, the difference is compost is when all the organic matter, vegetable parts, waste food, or all the organic waste that we have, when it goes degradation and then it gets degraded, what leftover that we have, we'll call it as compost. Now, this process of degradation, okay, this process of degradation can be sped up. मतलब उसका जो speed है degrade होने का उसको increase किया जा सकता है. How we can increase it? By the help of earthworms. By the help of earthworms. So the process where we use earthworms to speed up the process of this degradation of compost, okay, and the end product that we get is we call it as vermicompost. Okay. Then what about your green manure? What about green manure? So green manure is just before, let's say you want to cultivate specific type of vegetable. Okay, vegetable A. Okay. Now just before you start cultivating vegetable A, what you'll do is you'll plant some other plant over there. Okay, like some other plant means not exactly a crop, but just some other plant which might be rich in elements like nitrogen and all. Okay, or just it may be some kind of weed also. Okay, so you plant it and then after that you just chop it down and then plow it. उसके ऊपर हल चला देते हो. Okay, and then after that you plant your vegetable, the vegetable that you want, vegetable A. So what will happen is that that weed that you planted before planting your main crop, that will provide nutrients. Okay, nutrients to your to the crop, to your main crop. Okay, so that we are calling it as green manure. Okay, so this was for the manure. Then what else we'll need under nutrients? Next, we'll need is your fertilizers. So this will obviously be chemical ones, okay? Chemical fertilizers. The main compounds that are supplied by in chemical fertilizers are NPK, okay? NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. That is why in market, okay, in market or just online, you just check online fertilizers for plants. Okay, just check online fertilizer for plants, whether in Flipkart, Amazon, wherever. So mostly whatever fertilizers that come out, देखना पैकेट में NPK लिखा होगा, NPK. And there is this process called hydroponics. Okay, hydroponics is a process where crops or plants are grown in absence of soil. Just पानी में उसको उगाया जाता है. Okay, so for hydroponics also, if you see, that NPK is required. So packets ORS जैसा packet में आता है उसमें. So over there you will find this thing called NPK written. So what I mean to say is that in most of these fertilizers we have nitrogen, phosphorus, and your potassium. All those urea and all we use. Urea is ultimately it will be the source of nitrogen. Okay. So this was under we are talking under crop production management, and under that we are talking about the nutrient management. This is subheading A, nutrient management. We'll go for subheading B now. Okay, B is irrigation. So subheading B, then we have irrigation. Okay, so irrigation means the need for water. Does water for crops? Okay, water that is provided for crops. The process of providing water for crops. Okay, that will be irrigation. In case of our country, the main source of irrigation is monsoon fed. Monsoon fed means all the source for irrigation comes from rain. Okay, so that is why we are saying it is monsoon fed. Okay, this is specifically talking about our country or major parts of our country. So we can say that mostly rain. Okay, but apart from that, apart from rain, we have other sources. And what are these sources? Other sources we have like wells. Okay, wells. Okay, then canals. Then we have rivers and tanks. Okay, so these are some of the sources. Okay, even in many we can have this pumps and all. Okay, pumps, so that we can classify it under your wells. So that this is regarding the subheading irrigation. What about our next subheading, that is crops? Not crops, I mean sorry, cropping pattern. Okay. See, we have our cropping pattern. It just talks about the different patterns in which crops can be planted together. Okay, usually we in many parts or major parts of our country, we farmers they tend to plant only one type of crop in their field, and then in other season it just remains that way. So it's not very economical. Okay, so pattern, what pattern we have? We can have corresponding or mixed pattern. There can be many other patterns. Just talk about two patterns. Okay, we have not mixed, let's say mixed cropping. We have mixed cropping, and then that's intercropping. So okay, so what is this intercropping and mixed cropping? So in case of mixed cropping, two or more crops, okay, they are simultaneously cultivated. Okay, and they are cultivated in same piece of land. Okay, so it can be like this. Okay, all mixed. Let's say this is crop. Okay, this is the field This is crop. So it can be all mixed like this. No specific pattern, but then like it's mixed everywhere. Like this. Okay, so this is this we can say is for mixed cropping. Now in case of intercropping, we'll follow a definite pattern. Okay, this definite pattern can be patterns like alternate rows. Okay, so let's say this is one crop, this is one crop, okay, this one crop. So as I said, this is regarding the intercropping. So here we can have patterns like this. Okay. So it is having a definite pattern. So this will fall under this one will fall under mixed cropping, and this pattern will fall under your intercropping. Okay, because it is following a definite pattern. So this point was under your crop production management. Okay, next what we have, what is left now, we have our crop protection management. Okay, so this will be our third and last point. We have our third and last point, that is crop protection management. So this will include the points like protection from various types of pests and diseases. Okay, protection from various pests, fungi, diseases of crop. Now how this protection will happen? This protection can happen from, okay, we can include one more thing here, pest, fungi. We can add it also. Okay. The unwanted plant. Okay. So how this protection can be done for weeds? We can have herbicides. Okay, herbicides. Can anyone tell me the mechanism of herbicides? How do herbicides kill unwanted plants? What is the mechanism? Yes.
Sir, herbicides acts on the gut of pest, I think.
You're wrong. Herbicides, I'm talking about herbicides, not pesticides. You're talking about pesticides. I'm talking about
Okay.
herbicides, those that remove or reduce or kill
Sir,
unwanted plants.
yes, sir.
Mechanism of herbicides, how do they work? Yes, regarding pesticides and all, there are various mechanisms. Some of them are mostly, or most of them are neurotoxic. Okay, neurotoxic. Okay, so find it out. Okay, find out the mechanism of your herbicide. You'll surely find it. It's very simple. So we have our the point of protection from various pests, weeds. Okay, all this. Then one more factor that we have to consider is regarding storage. Okay? So for storage also, the main issue during storage comes with your rodents. Okay, rodents like rats. Okay, Neogony rats, or maybe some other like we have moles and all, moles, rats and all. So this are the major issues related with storage of crops, and also various types of insects. Okay, various types of insects, and also prevention of all these grains and crops from moisture during storage. Okay, so because moisture it will increase the potential for growth of fungi. Okay, so storage and protection of grains from rodents, insects, fungi, etc. Okay. So this was under your crop yes, crop protection management. Okay, so any questions you have till here? We'll try to finish the syllabus very soon. Okay, don't worry. And most of the topics covered in the syllabus are very simple. You can mostly most of the topics you can study on your own also. It's very simple. Nothing new here. Okay, these are all topics that you have studied back in your school days. Most of them in your school days. Okay, so I hope there is no doubt. Okay. So if there's no doubt, then can we end it? Can we end this session?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we'll see you tomorrow. And tomorrow I will maybe give you some assignment. Okay. Very simple assignment. It will hardly take 1 hour of your time. Okay. 1 hour of your time.
Okay, sir.
So
Okay, sir.
maybe tomorrow I'll let you know regarding that. And last time I was not able to I was not able to come online on Tuesday because I had some work with college. Okay, I was involved in some work, so that's why I could not come online. Okay, so tomorrow we'll have one more session, and then I will give you assignment. Okay, then we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.